My parents brought a real estate agent to my house to sell it without asking. They'd already told my brother I agreed to raise his 3 kids. I never said yes. Before we go any further, I need you to do something for me. Hit that like button right now and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. Because this story isn't just about me refusing to be a free nanny. It's about every person who spent their childhood being invisible while their sibling got all the attention, all the resources, all the care. It's about realizing that the people who raised you see you as a solution to their problems, not as a person with your own life. So tell me in the comments, have you ever been the backup plan? The one they only remember when they need something? Let's talk about it. My name is Claire. I'm 29 years old. I'm an accountant at a mid-sized firm downtown. And I own a 3-bedroom house that I bought last year after saving every single penny from my salary for 6 years straight. That house represents everything I worked for. Every overtime hour. Every skip vacation. Every time I ate leftovers for a week to put more money into my down payment fund. It's not just a house. It's proof that I built something for myself when nobody else was paying attention. My brother Tyler is 34. He has 3 kids under 10. Emma, who's 9, Jackson, who's 7, and little Sophie, who's 5. 6 months ago, his wife Melissa packed 2 suitcases, walked out the door, and moved to Oregon with some guy she met online. Just left. No custody battle. No gradual transition. She signed away her parental rights and disappeared. Left Tyler with 3 traumatized kids, a mortgage he can barely manage on his construction salary, and a life that imploded overnight. My parents stepped in immediately. Of course they did, because that's what they've always done for Tyler. They pick the kids up from school every single day. They make dinner, help with homework, deal with bedtime routines, meltdowns, and everything in between. They're both in their early 60s, and they're completely exhausted. My mom's back is destroyed from lifting Sophie. My dad canceled his golf membership because he has no free time anymore. Their entire lives have become managing Tyler's crisis. About 3 months ago, the hint started. Casual comments about how big my house was for just one person. Questions about whether I got lonely rattling around in all that space. Mentions of how convenient it would be if someone lived closer to help with the kids. I ignored them. I knew where this was going, and I wasn't interested. Then the hints became less subtle. Direct questions about whether I'd ever considered moving back home. Suggestions that I could save money on my mortgage if I just sold my place. Comments about how family helps family in times of need. I still said nothing. Because saying no to my parents has never been an option that ended well. Growing up, everything revolved around Tyler. His football games. His travel teams. His athletic scholarships. His needs, wants, and dreams. I raised myself. I made my own meals starting at age 11. I did my own laundry, took the bus everywhere, forged permission slips when they forgot to sign them. I became invisible because there was no room for me in a house that orbited around my brother's potential. When I graduated high school with honors, top 5% of my class, full scholarship to State University, they missed my graduation ceremony. Tyler had a playoff game 3 hours away. They promised they'd make it back in time. They didn't. I walked across that stage, accepted my diploma, and stood in the parking lot afterward watching other families take photos and celebrate. I called my mom. She said they'd celebrate when I got home. We never did. When I bought my house last year, the biggest accomplishment of my life, the thing I'd worked toward for 6 years, they didn't come see it for 3 months. 3 months. They finally showed up because my mom needed to borrow my printer. Walked through the door, commented that it was bigger than expected, used the printer and left. They never asked for a tour,